First question's from Rowan Kavner. Go ahead.
Hey Dustin, we just didn't get to talk to you, yesterday. I'm kind of just curious what you thought of that outing, and it seemed like early on, especially, things were going pretty well for you.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was going well. Towards the end, probably started to fall into some patterns. A lot of heaters. I mean, nothing was really hit hard except for the McMahon, but I mean, just some chinky hits, and then kind of fell behind a couple guys and kind of took advantage.
I know the breaking ball was something you've been, focusing on, and the four seam fastball, and you seemed like you're using both, quite a bit. I'm just kind of curious how you feel like the evolution of those pitches are going for you early this year.
Yeah, I mean, we're taking steps forward. I mean, that's all I can ask for at this point.
Thanks.
Next question's from Eric Steven. Go ahead.
Dustin, I know you're not going to pitch in the Padres series, but just wondering, watching them from afar, what they did this offseason, and the fact that you guys played them in the postseason last year, does that add anything special to like these next 2 weekends?
No, not really. I mean, we're here to play baseball. I mean, it doesn't really matter who we're playing. I feel like we're gonna have a really good team to go out and compete, no matter who we're playing. So I feel like we have a really good chance to go out and win.
Thanks.
Next question's from JP Hornstra. Go ahead.
Dustin, you and Zach McKinstry kind of rose the ranks together in the minor leagues after being drafted in the same year. To see him have the success that he's had here early this season, what's your reaction? And watching him develop, like, could you foresee him being this kind of a player as a major leaguer?
Yeah, I mean, he was always one of those guys that kind of stayed on the right path the whole way. I mean, he works his butt off no matter what the scenario is. And I mean, he's always going to give you 100%. So, I mean, he's one of those guys that you want to have in a crucial situation because he's always going to come through. So, yeah, I mean, he's definitely going to be a really good big leaguer for sure.
I'm wondering if you have a memory of Zach from your first team together. I don't know, maybe it was Great Lakes, maybe Rancho. I'm not quite sure on the timeline, but what was like the eye-opening moment where you're like, okay, this guy can play?
I mean, he had so many. I mean, he was always the right guy in the right spot at the right time. So, I mean, whether it be in the field or at the plate, I mean, he always came through for us.
Cool. Thank you.
Next question's I got another question from Rowan Kavner. Go ahead.
Hey Dustin, sorry. I know you've kind of come up the ranks too with Connor McGinnis, and obviously him now being the assistant pitching coach. I'm curious what that relationship's sort of been like, and how valuable he's been as a resource as you've kind of come up.
No, I mean, at this point, I mean, I would honestly look at him kind of like family. I mean, we've been through a lot together, so he's taught me a lot of stuff. We've talked through a lot of things together. He's kind of like my right-hand man, I would say. I mean, he's a phenomenal guy to have in your corner.
Thanks.
Next question's from Jorge Castillo. Go ahead.
Hey, Dustin, between your two outings, there was quite a bit of time, 8-9 days. What were you doing to stay sharp?
I mean, just keep throwing. I mean, just staying on the mound, staying mentally prepared, keeping my body prepared in the weight room. I mean, that's about all you can do.
Did you throw a bullpen or anything?
Yeah, I threw a couple.
And then just moving forward here, do you expect that'll be a periodic thing where you might not pitch, they might skip your turn, or do you expect to pitch every 5-6 days?
I do not know. That's out of my control.